How's it going, guys? It's the Pixelated Pumpkin, and in today's video, we'll be discussing a new Spirit Halloween prop released. Now, this was released about 10 days ago, I believe, on Valentine's Day, and I just never got around to covering it because, first of all, for reasons I'll get into later, I'm not a big fan of this thing, and I just really didn't feel like making a video about it at the time. But now I'm ready to sit down and talk about this new Spirit Halloween prop called Gerry for some reason, even though it really seems very arbitrary that they would name this thing Gerry. I don't really understand it, but anyways, we'll be talking about this new zombie animatronic in today's video. Now, this is one of Spirit Halloween's props that was meant to be released last year as an online only, but got held back because of supply chain issues, which I do understand. And it's nice that they're not just throwing these onto the chopping block and just deciding to get rid of them, but they actually are releasing them still as online onlys for this year. Now, I mean, I think this one probably should have been on the chopping block, but regardless, it's here, so I'll be talking about it today. I guess with that, there really isn't much more to explain, so let's jump into my, you already saw the video of him, so let's jump into my discussion of the Gerry animatronic from Spirit Halloween. Alright everybody, so this is Gerry, a brand new zombie prop from Spirit Halloween. So I'm going to break this up like I typically do. I'll talk about his overall look, his animation, and then his audio at the end of the video. So we'll start off with his overall look, as I mentioned. So starting off, man, this guy looks extremely cheap and very crappy quality. So first of all, his face looks very plasticky. It looks something like Morbid Enterprises would make. Modern Morbid Enterprises, that is, not their old stuff. So this is definitely not a compliment at all for that. It just looks so cheap. It really does not look like they put much care into this thing at all, especially with his axe wound as well. That just does not look good either. And the axe too. It looks very weird how he's holding on to it. Just does not look very good at all. And then the detail. Well, there really is none because there's nothing on his clothes. He just has the basic clothes on, no blood dripping from his wound, nothing. It's very, very disappointing to see what has happened to this thing. There is hardly any blood at all surrounding the wound, like anywhere. It just looks so basic and boring. I really don't understand why they couldn't have added detailing to the clothes with more blood and maybe another wound on him. Just overall, it is very undetailed, very plain looking, and very cheap looking as well. Also, the wound itself just looks very bad, and the axe especially, like, he's not even touching it, which is another thing. It just looks very crappy. I think they should have made it more like Punctured Pete, where he's trying to pull the axe out of his shoulder. I think that would have actually worked out pretty well. But no, he's kind of weirdly holding it above the wound. It makes no sense, this prop, either. I really am just very, very, like, not even disappointed because we weren't expecting anything with this one. I just really am very, like, just why would they even make this? Why didn't they put more effort? But I think this is, at the end of the day, was just meant to be another online-only prop. They didn't put much care into that wasn't going to be featured in their stores. So I kind of understand why it's this cheap, and I'm definitely not getting this thing. So now I'll talk about the animation. It just rocks back from side to side. I mean, it would have been cool if his arm moved with the axe, like he's trying to pull it out. Again, like I said, if they made this thing like Punctured Pete, how he's trying to pull out the stake in him, he could have been trying to pull out the axe out of his shoulder. But no, we just got this really weird, basic-looking pile of crap, in my opinion. So the animation, very lazy, very boring, really not much else to say about it. The rocking from side to side, it doesn't really work too well here either. I don't know, it just looks weird, unnatural, not very cool in my opinion. And finally, his audio. These are the most painfully generic zombie groaning sounds I've heard from an animatronic in a really long time. Overall, I am just really, not disappointed. I just don't know what they were thinking here. Basically, a big pile of crap animatronic. But I do understand if this was just a quick one that they made that they were expecting to get out last year, but they had to push back. And I'm not sure many people will be buying this thing, and I'm not sure if they even have much in stock of this guy. I, for one, am not a fan at all of this thing, and I don't know. Let me know what you guys think of this guy in the comments below. So to sum it all up, I know this was a very short video, but anyways, I kind of hate this thing. Nothing really good in my eyes about it, but I'm sure there's some people who like this thing. It's a zombie prop, which I do love, but this thing just makes a big disgrace to the name of zombies, in my opinion. Anyways, that will really be it. I have nothing else to say other than just end of the line. I didn't like it. I think it's a bad prop. But I'm sure there are people who like it. So if you do like it, that's great. I'm happy you enjoy it. I wish I could have enjoyed it, but unfortunately, I am just a bit stingy, and I think a lot of people will agree with me here that this thing is very cheaply made and just not good at all. Anyways, that's going to be it, so let's cut to the outro. Alright everyone, that is it for my discussion on the Gerry animatronic from Spirit Halloween. Let me know if you like this thing, because for sure I'm not a fan of it at all. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe. As always, also check out my merch and my Instagram in the description below. And I decided to move my whole operation down a level of my shelf because I feel like the Halloween stuff fits better than the video game stuff. So I will be sitting down here from now on. I prefer standing up, but I think in this case it makes just more sense to be surrounded by my Halloween stuff. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, this is the Pixelated Pumpkin, signing out.